Hello and welcome to League One predictions. Game week 45, the penultimate match week before the final day, where we probably will have a watch along for at least one of the games, probably the Championship, because that has got more riding on it. So yeah, League One predictions though in today's video. So yeah, let's just get cracking and how many teams are going to rest and how many teams have got something to play for. Let's just get straight to these League One predictions for game week 45 and the penultimate match week. So we start with a absolutely massive game at the bottom and in the playoffs. It is Bristol Rovers. It is Reading at 12:30 at the Memorial Stadium. And Bristol Rovers have to pick up some points. Got a good point against Wrexham, but then just dropping off and losing at home to Stevenage was really poor by Bristol Rovers' standards. Reading beating, having a really good win against Mansfield last time out. They are going out. Their deadline has been extended till after the season has finished now. They might be in the playoffs. We don't know about that yet. But I fully expect both teams will go strong here. Well, they're going to have to go strong because they're both still fighting for something. Reading a fight for players. Bristol Rovers trying to stay up at 12:30. This will be a one to keep an eye on, you would imagine. For a prediction, I'm going to back Reading to win this just because they are going to be so much better than Bristol Rovers, and Bristol Rovers cannot buy a win at the moment. So I'm going to back Reading 2-1. I think Bristol Rovers can be all right at home. They usually can't score many goals, but I think Bristol Rovers will score in this one. I think Reading will get a nice 2-1 away victory, and put the pressure on Bristol Rovers, and they are really going to have to deliver into the final game of the season as Reading closing on them playoffs, but they might be extinct by the time the playoffs come around, and they might not be able to participate. But yeah, I'm going 2-1 Reading away Bristol Rovers here. Another absolute crunch clash as Leyton Orient take on Wickham Wanderers. Another game at 12:30. I think the Sky have actually picked some decent games in League One at this time of the season. Wickham are going to have to win this. They'll be disappointed after that 4-0 loss at home to Charlton with 10 men as well. Charlton had, but it was very late on. The man got sent off. I think Wickham might win this. I don't know, it'd be tight. Leyton Orient back-to-back wins against Cambridge and Barnsley. Wickham beating Bolton last time out. Not last time out, the game before that, sorry. Leyton Orient, I just see them winning this. They did well away at Cambridge, good at home to Barnsley as well. I'm going to back Leyton Orient to win this 2-1. I think it'll be a good win for Leyton Orient. This will get rid of Wickham's chances off the top two now. I think Leyton Orient and Richie Rowlands, they have enough power of Kelman, Donnelly, Aguiyi, all them up top. So they've got a really good attacking line, and the defence isn't bad either. I just think Wickham under Mike Dodds haven't been great. They've only been 7th in the last 25 games or so. So yeah, I'm going to back Leyton Orient to win this 2-1 here and get the job done over Wickham, and maybe give Wrexham or Charlton that opportunity to snatch the top two. Now into a bit of a dead rubber as Barnsley take on Shrewsbury at Oakwell. Shrewsbury in that horrible form. You would probably back Barnsley to win this, but Barnsley's home form really hasn't been great in the second half of the season since they lost to Birmingham. Their home form hasn't been that great. In December, that was when they lost to Birmingham. But since then, yeah, their home form really hasn't been great. Their away form seems to be all right. They beat Bolton, 4-1 at home, but their away form seems to be a lot better. They seem to be better at pushing onto teams like Leyton Orient. Nearly gave them a go. They gave Birmingham a go before conceding the 4 or 5 before that. But yeah, I think even Barnsley's not great home form, even though they did beat Bolton, remember, but anybody can beat Bolton at the moment, and it's just because it's Shrewsbury and Michael Appleton, who are absolutely dreadful at the moment, and Barnsley, remember, do have the best midfielder in the league next season, so after Birmingham get promoted. So yeah, Barnsley will win this, in my opinion, 2-0. Comfortable home 2-0 win, and they'll just propel themselves up to 10th, maybe, or 11th, wherever they are in the table. So yeah, I'm backing Barnsley to win this 2-0 against Shrewsbury and get a big win. Well, not a big win, just I think they might rotate, but yeah. Barnsley to win this 2-0. Shrewsbury were already down, so nothing to play for in this one. But yeah, routine Barnsley 2-0 win in this one. Well, it doesn't get much bigger at the bottom as Burton take on Cambridge. Burton could relegate Cambridge if Burton did win this game, couldn't they? Cambridge losing to Leyton Orient last time out after the highs of beating Huddersfield away at the John Smith Stadium. Burton losing out against Birmingham, but they were giving them a game in that one. They seem to really push forward, and I think they've got enough quality. I think Romain Barrel's been a brilliant player this season for Burton Albion. The 10 goals and the 2 assists for him this season. But yeah, good for Burton. They'll be looking to stay up, of course, because, well, they need to stay up because Bristol Rovers got Reading. So this is an opportunity. You do not get many bigger opportunities than this for Burton Albion to go and take advantage of this and beat Cambridge United in this one. But yeah, I think Burton. I'm going to back Burton to win this. I think this will relegate. I think Cambridge will be relegated. Burton are going to win this. What score? I'm going to go 1-0. I think Burton will be a little bit nervous because of the staying up situation, because I think Bristol Rovers will have lost early in the day. I'll go back Burton by 1-0 over Cambridge United here and relegate Neil Harris and Cambridge, and they'll have to build for League 2 next season. So I'm going Burton 1, Cambridge 0. A better time for Scott Lindsay's Crawley. This is not a better time for a fixture like this with Northampton Town at home, because Northampton are very, they're safe and they are probably one of the crapper sides in this division. And yeah, this is the perfect time to play them. If you are Crawley Town, they beat Exeter 3-1 last time, put in a spirited performance away at St Andrews and Birmingham. Before that, they beat Northampton, coming off the win of a 4-1 win away at Shrewsbury, so I don't think they are letting up. But Crawley looking to win this because they would be down if they did lose to St Burton but beat Cambridge, I believe. So yeah, this could be the end of Crawley and Cambridge's seasons. But I am going to back Crawley to win this under Scott Lindsay. I think they'll have enough power. I think Northampton might rotate under Kevin Nolan now that they are mathematically safe and they have got that job done now. But yeah, Hepburn Murphy, and he's been in the goals of late, and so has Kamara. They've been brilliant this season. So yeah, I'm going to back Scott Lindsay and Crawley. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Crawley home win. I think they will concede, and they love a few goals. They look at the Peterborough game, look at the Exeter game, for example. They do like goals in their game. I'll go back here. I'll go back Crawley to win this 3-2. I think it'll be high goals in this one. And yeah, Crawley to beat Northampton by 3-2 in this one. Another dead rubber as Exeter take on Huddersfield now at the at St James's Park. Long trip down to Exeter for the Huddersfield fans. Don't expect there'll be many there for them because there's nothing to play for. They've lost 4 on the bounce to Wickham, Burton, Cambridge and Stockport. Not really that great for them. But yeah, they'll be up for this, I imagine. Will Exeter. Exeter at home, the safe Gary Caldwell, they'll still probably try and finish the season strong, unlike Huddersfield, who have just completely fluffed off they'll probably rotate, and Jonathan Worthington will be looking to leave Huddersfield probably at the end of the season, and they'll look for a new coach, and they'll have to go again next year. Maybe they have dropped into that Barnsley and Bolton category of staying in League One for another year. But for a result, I'm going to back a 1-1. I think this will be quite a dull game of football, to be honest. Both teams got nothing to play for. Both going to be in League One next season. So, yeah, I'm going to back a 1-1 draw in this one. And, yeah, a bit of a boring game. And, yeah, nothing to play for these two sides. Huddersfield probably have a bit more of a quality edge, but I don't think they're going to be bothered and probably won't turn up. So that's why I'm going next to 1. Huddersfield 1. Bolton travel to the Western Home Stadium and take on Darren Ferguson's Peterborough, who seem to have picked up in recent weeks by winning at Wembley and then drawing to Stockport and Barnsley in that time. Bolton, I don't know what's happened to them, losing 4 on the bounce to Rotherham and then losing 4-1 away at Barnsley and Stephen Schumacher, and then losing to Wickham and then to Lincoln. I mean, what that keeper was doing, I have no idea. Good finish from Hackett, though, the Lincoln City goal scorer in that one. But yeah, Bolton, I'm not sure what's happened. They've probably going to take the foot off the gas now. They can't get playoffs, unfortunately, although they might be able to. Even if Leighton Orient, if I do the maths, they could realistically get in, but we've got to win about 10-0. So Bolton will be in League One for another year. So our Peterborough, is Kwame Pock against Birmingham or not? We don't know, and that would be a huge loss for Peterborough if that were to happen. I'm going to back another 1-1 in this one because Peterborough have had back-to-back 1-1s. They love a draw. Darren Ferguson will love a draw at the end of the season. So, yeah, I'm going to back that, and I'm going to back Peterborough to draw with Bolton in this one, and a bit of a boring game again as both sides in League One next season. So, yeah, I'm going Peterborough 1, Bolton 1 in this game. Stockport take on Lincoln, and Stockport have the outside chance of the top two top two automatic promotion. Sorry, after beating Huddersfield 2-1 at the weekend via that Ollie Norwood penalty. Lincoln beating Bolton 4-2. They love scoring goals to Lincoln City, and yeah, they might just do the same here. So this should be quite an entertaining game of football, no matter what point in the season it would be. The reverse fixture had Lincoln actually won that against Dave Challinger's Stockport. Their home form has been as a Stockport at home are literally a precarious opposition. Nobody wants to go there. Even a championship team wouldn't want to go to Stockport County at the moment if they did go up via the playoffs. Of course, because they will do. This should be a difficult game to call, though. I'm going to back Stockport to win. I'm going to back Stockport to win. I'm going to go 3-1. I think it'll have goals in it. Lincoln like to score, but I don't think they're going to. I think they'll struggle away at Stockport here, and I can see that happening. So yeah, I'm going to back Stockport to win by 3-1 and beat Lincoln quite comfortably here. I'm going to Stockport 3, Lincoln 1, and yeah, another win for Dave Challinger. And how has he not been nominated for Manager of Season awards? Now an absolute thriller as Wigan take on Blackpool at the DW, or the Brick Community Stadium. Back-to-back wins for Ryan Lowe and Wigan. Back-to-back 1-0 victories over Shrewsbury and Rotherham for Ryan Lowe and Wigan Athletic. Maybe they can kick on next season under him. They'll definitely look to, that's for sure. Blackpool losing to Wrexham last time out. They won't be too disheartened about that due to Wrexham's position in the league. They're a bit inconsistent. Win-loss at the moment are Blackpool. This would be a tight game. Ryan Lowe, they have only conceded one goal in their last 4 matches. One goal in their last 5 matches have Wigan Athletic. So Ryan Lowe has got them well drilled. They just need more goals and more goals up front if they are to stay up. If they are to kick on next season, they do need to score more goals and be more clinical. Blackpool, Steve Bruce, will they look for playoffs next season? These two could be fighting for playoffs next season. So yeah, I'm just going to back a 0-0. I just can't see it. I think Steve Bruce, Ryan Lowe, 2 defensive-ish kind of managers, 2 negative kind of football managers. Steve Bruce been a bit more positive, though, this season at Blackpool. Yeah, but yeah, I'm going to back a 0-0. I just don't think this is going to have any goals in it. I think this will be a really, really boring game of football, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm going to Wigan 0, Blackpool 0 in this one. And yeah, going to be a bit of a dull affair, I think. And now a massive game between Wrexham and Charlton on Sky Sports main event at 5:30 this weekend. This could be absolutely anything. But yeah, I think Wrexham, couldn't go up if they win this, and Wickham drop points at Leyton Orient later on in the day. So Wrexham could be promoted. I think I said Wickham, sorry, my bad. Wrexham could be promoted if they win this, and Wickham drop points at Leyton Orient. Charlton could win this. They're on brilliant form, aren't they? Beating Wickham 4-0 on last Saturday, which was huge for them. But the thing is, 86, 84, 82, Charlton win this. They go only within 1 point of Wrexham, and then that would be greasy, squeaky bum time for Wrexham and Wickham if Wickham were to win as well. Wouldn't that just even everything out again? And I cannot wait for Saturday night, especially if Wickham win, because then it will be on both these sides to really go at it at 5:30 on Saturday night, and I will be watching this game. Probably can't do a watch along. Unfortunately, we'll save that for the final day next week. But yeah, Charlton, I don't think are going to win this. I think this will be a great game of football. I am expecting absolute carnage in this one. But I'm going to go Wrexham 2, Charlton 2 in this one. Go with Desmond, just because I don't think these sides are going to be separated. Maybe the referees go in favour of Wrexham because it is at the racecourse. But yeah, I'm going to back a 2-2 draw in this one. Wrexham 2, Charlton 2. Nathan Jones's side do play slightly better football than Wrexham and Phil Parkinson. But yeah, I think Charlton will get a draw here, and it'll be Wrexham 2, Charlton 2 in this one. Stevenage take on Rotherham in a bit of a mid-table clash at the Lamex, as Stevenage playing on Thursday night, so might be a bit tired after coming off the game against Birmingham, so they might be a little bit lower. They will be a bit knackered from playing that, so this could give Rotherham a slight advantage, who did lose to Wigan last week. The new manager, after Steve Evans, seems to have gone after Stevenson's left, after beating Bolton and Blackpool. Stevenage beat Bristol Rovers, but anybody can beat them at the moment. Earlier on in the season, it was a 2-0 win for Rotherham. I think I'm going back Rotherham again just because I think Stevenage will be tired at the end of this one and they will start to struggle. So yeah, I'm going back Rotherham United for a 1-0 away win against Alex Ravel's side. I just think the tiredness on Stevenage will not carry them through. They might do a bit of rotation in this game because they want to go at Birmingham instead. So yeah, back in Rotherham for an away win here and to win 1-0 away at the Lamex and at Stevenage. As 100 points beckons for Birmingham City, they take on Mansfield at St Andrews at 3 p.m. They beat Burton away at last time out after their little blip against Crawley and Peterborough at Wembley. So yeah, they are back scoring goals under Chris Davies. Jay Stansfield back to scoring goals outside the he has scored now from the not from the penalty spot. Couldn't get my bloody words out there. Jay Stansfield not scoring from the penalty spot for the first time in a while. Good result for Birmingham. Mansfield in terrible form at the moment, still very goal happy, so they might actually try and go at Birmingham here under Nigel Clough. His Burton side seemed to do that in the Championship when I remember they're a bit of a bogey side for Birmingham. They were, I think Nigel Clough's side can give Birmingham a bit of problems, and I think they might, but I do think Birmingham will plug through in this one. I think it'll be narrow. I think they will give them a game, but I'm just going to back Birmingham to win this 2-1 at home at St Andrews. Keep their unbeaten home run going, and it will keep their unbeaten home run for the season as it will draw to a close after this game. They've got a lot of away fixtures like Stevenage, Blackpool and Cambridge all coming up. So yeah, I'm going back the Blues to win this by 2-1. I think Nigel Clough's Mansfield will give it a right go, but will just come up short in this one. Thank you very much for watching League One Game Week 45 predictions. Thank you again for watching. I'm back with Championship or FA Cup or Premier League or whatever tomorrow. We'll have daily uploads on the go. So yeah, thank you again for watching League One Game Week 45 predictions. I'll speak to you on the next one.